Have you ever said something to yourself that you would never say to someone that you loved? Something like, "You're so freaking lazy," or "When are you going to get your together?" I have more times than I can count. Today we're talking about self-talk, and we're not talking about it in a cheesy or a fluffy way. We're talking about it in a real way, a way that is backed by brain science. My name's Larissa, and this channel is about making life a little bit easier, especially if you're healing, if you're feeling sick, or if you're just navigating low energy, high stress days. One day I caught myself. I had forgotten to put the laundry into the dryer again, and without even thinking, I just said, "Oh my God, Larissa, what is wrong with you?" And then I thought, if my nephew put in a load of laundry and forgot to put it into the dryer when it was done, I'd probably say, re-rinse it, try again later. And laundry is just laundry. Who cares if you have to wash it again? So I started asking myself a question that helped change everything. What if I spoke to myself the way I speak to the people I love? And then I started doing a little research, and it turns out that the question isn't just sweet and nice. It is science-backed. So let's get into it. First, let's clear this up. Talking kindly to yourself is not toxic positivity, and it's not pretending things are fine when they're not. It's about changing your inner narrator, and your brain literally responds. I've spoken about Dr. Kristin Neff before. She's a self-compassion researcher, and she's shown that people who speak more kindly to themselves recover more quickly from stress, build emotional resilience, and actually feel more motivation. I will link to her website below. She's got a ton of free resources, including some body scans, some meditations, some things that you can listen to when you're stressed. Neuroplasticity means that our brains are always rewiring. It's why I am doing better now than I was right after my car accident. My brain is healing by rewiring. The more we repeat a thought, the stronger the pathway becomes, and the easier that thought is to access. If we constantly tell ourselves that we're lazy or that we're failing, we're actually making it easier to get discouraged. It's just like muscle memory. That's why musicians practice their instruments so many times a day until it just becomes fluid, until you remember it off the top of your head. If we can practice kindness, even in little small increments, we build stronger pathways in our brain to calmness and to clarity. And studies from places like Harvard and Stanford, which I will link below, have shown that the language we use in our inner dialogue affects our mood, affects our memory, and even impacts our problem-solving skills. It's not woo-woo. It's hardwiring our brain for happiness. And the small changes really do add up. Let me show you a few little ways that I changed my self-talk without needing to light a candle or recite affirmations in the mirror, unless you want to, and then go for it. I changed my narrator voice. When I caught myself saying things like, "You're so behind, you're not going to finish on time," I would start shifting it to say, "Let's start with one small thing." Over time, I'm becoming a kind coach instead of a drill sergeant. Now, sometimes positivity is too far, but I can at least try to shift towards being neutral instead of negative. Instead of saying, "I am a friggin' mess," I'll say, "I am having a hard day today." It's a little gentler, it keeps me moving, and it helps me to breathe. Now, this one's for you if you're healing from burnout, from a brain injury, from anything. Instead of saying, "I am lazy, I gotta get up and do something," say, "I am healing, I'm tired." Healing is hard work, and that matters. I've found that a shortcut to compassion can be asking myself, what would I say to my nephew? Or what would I say to my best friend? Usually that jars me because I wouldn't speak to them the way I've been speaking to myself. And usually I shift to something like, "It's okay. Dude, you're human. Let's figure out what you need. You don't have to be perfect to be kind to yourself." I know that it can feel awkward at first, and even after a while. This whole video, I keep on thinking, oh cringe. No, don't put this into the universe. But it's really helped me to be happier and to feel better. Just in general, feel happier and better. So I think it's important to share. But if it feels impossible for you, I made something to help. It's a list of real life scripts and phrases that you can use in the moment. And it's broken down by categories. So whether you're anxious or tired or frustrated or just trying to be a little gentler to yourself today, I've got you covered. You can get that for free by signing up for our newsletter. The link is in the description below. Stick it on your fridge, on your phone, on your mirror, wherever your cranky inner narrator likes to hang out. And about our newsletter, it comes out once a month, and you can unsubscribe if you find that the content is not helpful. It's short. It's based on our name, Crew. We've got 4 different tips for each month: C, R, E, and W. It's short, it's helpful, and you can unsubscribe if it's not. So here's what I've learned. Changing how you talk to yourself will not fix everything. It won't. But it can make everything a little easier and a little lighter. So try one phrase, one small shift. Start with one moment of kindness and let it build. Because it does, it adds up. You, my friend, are worth the effort. And you are not alone in trying to learn how to speak to yourself like someone you love.